Hello viewers, welcome to my YouTube channel. We're going to learn Python programming language. Our today's topic is Python comment and Python variables. This is our second class. Before starting this class, please subscribe to my channel. And if you like the video, please like my video. So let's start. Today's first topic is Python comment. Why we comment on Python language? Because by commenting on Python programming language, we can explain Python codes, make the code more readable, prevent execution when testing. How we can create a comment on Python? We can create a comment by giving a slash, giving a hash. So let's start. If we want to comment, we can give just a hash. This is a comment. You can execute then. I have made a mistake. Print. So let's see. We can see that Python doesn't accept this line because it is a comment. Giving hash, we can say that this is a comment by giving hash sign. Comments can be placed at the end of a line and Python will ignore the rest of the line. That means if we give comment sign here, then Python will ignore this. Let's run that. See, Python can't read this because it's a comment. You can add a comment anywhere in the code. A comment does not have to be text that explain the code. It can also use to prevent Python from executing code. That means you can comment out this also as a code. Let's see. It also doesn't give output because we have given a hash sign, that means a comment sign before the program. That's why Python doesn't accept it as a program. Now we'll go to multi-line comments. Python doesn't really have a syntax for multi-line comments. To add a multi-line comment, you could insert hash sign for each line. That means you have to give hash sign for every line for a multi-line comment. Next line, you also have to give hash sign and let's run this. Python doesn't take this as a program. Okay. For multi-line comment, you have to give hash sign or comment sign to each line. If you don't give hash sign, you can, there is another way. You can use multi-line string. Python will ignore string literals that are not assigned to a variable. You can add a multi-line string, that means triple quotes in your code. Triple quotes. By giving triple quote, you can also write a comment. Okay, let's see. You can also give comment by triple quotes. Triple quotes. By giving triple quotes, you can give a multi-line comment. Let's run. Now see, this is also a comment. In Python, take it as a comment. So this was the comment section. Now we have to exercise some code. Exercise 1. Write a poem. Number 2. Use a multi-line string to make a multi-line comment. Use a multi-line string to make a multi-line comment. This to our exercise. Now, the second topic is Python variables. Python variables, second topic. So what is variable? Variables are containers for storing data values. How we can create a variable? Python has no command for declaring variable. The variable is created at the moment you assign a value to it. That means if you assign x for the value of 5 and y for your name, then x and y are two are the variables. You have assigned them as a variables. Let's see. X equal to 5, y equal to your name. My name is Norman. Print x. Also print. Now let's run the file. You can see that 5 and 1. That means you have assigned x and y as a variable. Okay. Python variables do not need to be declared with any particular type. Okay. And can even change type after they have been set. That means here x equal to 5. X is the type of integer and y is equal to Mamun. This is a type of string. That means you don't have to declare the type. Python will take it automatically. Okay. Now casting. If you want to specify the data type of a variable, this can be done with casting. That means if you want to specify the data type, if you want to specify the type of the data, this can be done with casting. That means, let's see an example. Here is x equal to string 3 and y equal to integer 3 and z equal to float 3. Okay. Here we have declared the type of a variable. That means 3 will be in string type, and here 3 will be in integer type, and here 3 will be float type. Okay. That means here x will be free, like this. And here y will be 3. There is no code, and there is no code for integer. Any string, there must be a code, single code. Double code. And here it will be like 3.0 because it is a float number. Okay. Now, if you want to get the type of data, type of the variable, type of the function, how can you get this? From these variables, you can also get type of x, type of y, and type of z. Let's see how can we get the type. For this, you have to write the code, print, and then type of x, the print, type of y, print, type of z. Now let's run the program. Here you can see that first one is string, which we have declared before. That means the x is string, and second one y is integer, and third one z is float. So this was the type of variables which we have declared. Now single or double quotes. String variables can be declared either by using single or double quotes. In Python, single or double quote are same. Single quote means just this is single quote. And double quote means this. Single mean here it will be just one, and double mean here it will be just two. In Python, single and double quote are the same. Okay. Python variables are very case sensitive. That means if you declare small letter a as 5 and a capital letter A also as 5, if you print a and print capital A, then it will then we have not declared it as a comment. That's why it has given us as error. Okay, now let's run the program. Here you have get that small a is 5 and capital A is 7. You have also get output as the same because Python variables are very case sensitive. If you give small letter, then it will assume as not as capital letter. Capital and small are different in Python because Python codes are case sensitive. Now Python variable names. If you want to give variables a name, then there are some rules for this. Short, you can give name by short, such as x, y, like this, x and y, and also descriptive name that are age, car name, total value. Okay, like this is car name, like this. Okay. Now there are some rules for Python variable names. It must be start with a letter or the underscore character. That means it has to be start with a letter. It cannot start with a number. It has to be start with a letter. Contain alphanumeric characters and underscores. Alphanumeric means A to Z, 0 to 9, and underscore means is called underscore. So this underscore, and this is called hyphen. This hyphen and this is underscore. Variables are also case sensitive. That means if you give this as age and age, these two are different. Okay, so learn from this that capital A and small a and capital A are two are different variable names. Okay. Now let's see how we can declare name. We can now we'll see the example. My variable. That means you have to start the first letter with capital or small, but it must be started with a letter, not with a number. Must be started with a letter. You can also give an underscore that we have described before. And you can start a variable name with underscore. Okay. You can start also with underscore, but not with a number. You cannot start a variable name with a number. You can give them underscore here. Another one is you can give also capital letter. Yes, variable name. Capital letter, small letter, the mixed one. But you can also give a give number after uh, characters or letters like this. Okay. Now we can print them all. I will just print just one. Now just run this. So in print, if you give single or double quotes in print section, then you will get whatever you write. But if you don't give a quote, single or double quote in print section, that means you get a variable printer like this. Okay. My variable is mount. That's why we get mount. You can also print this wall. This is your homework. You will practice printing this wall. Now we'll see some illegal variable names. Illegal variable names. Okay. I have told you before that you cannot give number as a starter like this. This is not correct. Okay. And this is also not correct. You cannot give hyphen, and this is also incorrect. Okay. You cannot give a space. These are some illegal variable names in Python. Variable names are case sensitive. Okay. We have seen this before, that A and capital A and small a letter A are not same. That means they are case sensitive. Now how we can write multi-word variable names. There are some methods for writing multi-words variable names. First one is camel case. In this one, each word except the first starts with a capital letter. Like this. Like this. That means each word except the first. Here we have left the first one to a small letter and the others first word we have given them as a capital letter. Here my is a word and variable is another word and name is another word. We have declared my as capital small and variable first word as capital and name first word as capital. This called camel case. Now the second method is Pascal case. Here is word start with capital letter. That means you can start all of these words with a capital letter. This is Pascal case, like this. Like this, you can give all first word to capital letter. This is called Pascal case. Another case is snack case. Here, this word is separated with an underscore character. We have learned before that what is underscore. Now we'll see example now. My variable underscore name. That's called underscore. This is the third method, declaring multi-line words. You can use these three methods for declaring a multi-line word. Okay. Now, Python variables assign as multiple values. That means many values to multiple values. There are some rules. Many values to multiple values. That means you have declared x, y, z in just one line, and the values are also in just one line, and print them separately like this. X, y, z. Give comma after writing each one. Okay. Now you can print separately. Print x, print y, z. Okay, this is called many values to multiple variables. Many values are banana, mangoes, and guava, and variable are x, y, z. Many values to multiple variables. Here it will print like separately. Now just run this. Here. We haven't declared them as comment. That's why it gives us a error. Now run. Now you can see that these are totally different. X value is banana. Here comes banana. Y value is mango. Here comes mango. And Z values is guava. Here it comes guava. We printed in multi-line. That's why there it has come in multi-line. Number of variables matches the number of values. That means whatever you declare the variables, you have declared 3 variables, so you have to also give 3 values. Otherwise, it will give an error. Okay. Now, one value to multiple variables. That means here it will come just one value, like banana or mango or whatever, for every variable. You have to give equal sign and declare just one value. Now, X and Y brings 8. Now run, we'll get same value for X, for Y, and for Z. This is called one value to multiple variable. There are multiple variables and just one. Another one is unpack a collection. That means you have a collection of fruits or other. You have to unpack them. You have a collection of values in a list, tuple, etc. Python allows you extract the values into variables. This is called unpacking. Now we'll see an example. Fruits, apple, banana, and cherry. Now X, comma, Y, comma, Z is equal to fruits. That means X, Y, and Z are fruits. X and Y and Z's values are fruits. Or whatever is present in fruits tuple, it will print out this. Okay. That means X is equal to apple, Y is equal to banana, and Z is equal to cherry. Now just print them. I'll take the shortcut. Working print. Okay, now run this. You can see that you get X as apple, Y as banana, and Z as cherry. Okay, so this is called unpack. That means you have to declare a value which is fruit or other, and you have to give them in a bracket or as a tuple, or as a list. Remember that for same value we have to declare same variable, otherwise you will get an error. Okay, now Python output value variables. Python output variables. Output variables. What is output variables? To combine both text and variable, Python use the class character. That means you have declared some declarative variable as X, and you have to combine it with a text. You can use just a plus sign for combining. Now we can see this. X equal to awesome. Now print Python is plus x. Now just print this, run this. We have get Python is awesome. That means you can add something, whatever you declared, to a text by just giving plus sign. We'll learn these details next. You can also use the plus character to add a variable to another variable. That means you have assigned a variable x for and y for also. And you can just add this, declaring another variable, and this plus x and y. And print it. Okay. You will get the same Python is awesome by declaring 3 variables and giving plus sign. Okay. For the plus character work as a mathematical operator. That means plus is also work as a mathematical operator. Like you can also declare x as 5 and y as 6 and just add them by giving x plus 1. Okay. Now just run. You have get 11, which is addition of 5 and 6. If you combine a string and a number, you will get an error. That means you cannot combine a number and a string. A string means like your name or any other word. Now say this, x equal to 5 and y equal to print x plus y. Now run this, you will get an error. Okay, get an error because you cannot add a string with a number. Okay. Now I just comment them. Otherwise, it will give me an error. Okay. That's why you cannot combine string and number. Python global variables. If you declare a function, then you can also declare a global variable. Variable data created outside of a function or global variable. That means we'll learn function about later in details, but just now we'll learn the basics. Outside of a function, that means global variable can be used by everyone, but inside of functions and outside, both inside of function and outside. Now we'll create a variable outside of a function and use it inside the function. You just memorize them. You can understand this after practicing or after we'll learn this detail in later. Until just see x equal to awesome. We have declared a variable x as global variable. Diff means a function. Okay, my function. My function. Print Python is awesome. Close my function and run this. You get Python is awesome. That means you can declare a global variable outside of a function. If you create a variable with the same name inside a function, the variable will be local and can only be used inside the function. The global variable with the same name will remain as it was, global and with the original value. That means if you create a variable inside of a function, this is a function. If you create a variable inside of this, that will be a local variable, and this is a global variable. And inside of this, if you declare x also as group, this will be a local variable and this is a global variable. Now let's see, this will give that Python is good. Okay, you can see that it has given Python is good. But if you bring this one outside the function, Python outside of a function, you get that Python is awesome. That means you get the global variable. If you declare a variable inside a function, it will be a local variable, and if you declare a variable outside of a function, it will be a global variable. You can also use the global variable inside of a function by giving it a name of global. There you can give it a name that global x. Now x will be global. Okay. Now just run. Now x is global. That means everywhere it will be good. You can see inside the function is also good and outside the function is also good. That means by declaring a global keyword, it will be also global inside of a function and outside of a function. Also use the global keyword if you want to change a global variable inside function and outside of a function. Okay. Now it's time for exercise. I'll give you some exercise for today. Exercise number 1. Create a variable named car name and assign the value Volvo to it. And assign the value volume. Okay, then create a variable name x and assign the value 15. Then this percent display the sum of 5 plus 10 using two variables. Sum 5 plus 10 using two variables. Third one is use global keyword and print use best. Okay. These three are exercise. So that's for today. Thank you for watching. If you liked my video, please give me a like button. Thank you for watching.